What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. Also, in the pinned comment, you'll see a link for Webull. They have a promotion right now. Use that link, deposit $5 or more, and they will give you $11 worth of free stock. But you have to use that link, and it is a limited time promotion. Under that, free supplements from Steel. All you have to do is pay the shipping. They'll throw in generally a shaker cup, a t-shirt, a towel. Go check them out. They make some great products, and it's free. You can't beat free. What was not free was those that paid to have the game early, the MVP editions, whatever edition you went with, to play the game with a 10-hour window. And it's embarrassing. You know, I said in the past, as a creator, sometimes this time of year I'd get a little bit nervous. What if EA made a good game? The last couple years I haven't felt anything because I've known it's not coming. But this year, it's worse than before. You know, Sean and Clint, you guys both made a commitment to the franchise community. We're going to get into that in a moment, because to say that you didn't live up to those expectations is a massive understatement. But I feel terrible for you guys. You know, for those of you that paid for the privilege to play a game this broken early, it is absolutely unacceptable. There is no excuse to release a game in this condition. This came from Matthew here. This is obviously the 49ers and the 49ers playing in Detroit. I mean, it's not even funny. I know we can laugh at the highlight clips I'll put up, but these people paid for this experience, right? This is something that they actually had to pay extra to get. As far as realism, I mean, it's clipping, but let's be honest. How long does it take you to play this game to realize this extreme broke NFL free agent comes into his coach's office with holes in his shirt? Because you guys can't get player models right again? This was your big mode this year. This is what you led with. But we're going to go back to what you were promising us. Kamo on Twitter has some screenshots. And by screenshots, I mean, you can't doctor these. He took a picture of his TV screen. I've shown you the issue where in the sim, as we've had for year after year, the defense doesn't show up. But take a look at what happens when you sim these games out. The defense really doesn't show up. The other team doesn't show up because the home team always loses. And they don't even record stats. X factors, ratings, all this garbage doesn't mean anything when you have a game this broken. Here's my favorite part of all this. Because Clint, you mean to tell me, as a former offensive lineman, you programmed a game, and in free agency, you can't search for right tackles? I mean, what was this, a little dig by you? Was this a little joke you came up with, Clint? You said, you know what? Maybe I could have stayed in the NFL longer if a whole position wasn't available in free agency. Maybe that would have moved me up the offensive line. So in retaliation to those who actually made it into the league, you actually just deleted a whole skill set in the game that you programmed. I mean, if it's not that, you got to tell me what it is. I mean, you guys mean to tell me that I watched a top Madden creator today, who's blocked me on Twitter, by the way, because he thinks I'm toxic. It's what I love about some of these guys. They talk about my negativity. They talk about how I bring the game down. And then when the game comes out and they have to stream it for you and they load it up and there's no team to kick off the ball, they sit there and laugh. It's a big joke. You know, meanwhile, most of us make thousands of dollars on a game that you guys shouldn't even pay for. And EA makes billions of dollars selling packs to, at this point, I can only assume, uneducated children or streamers who try to one-up each other and spend more money than the next guy to make sure their video gets views. And the sim gamer, the play now gamer, the competitive gamer that just wants to have a couple buddies over and enjoy a football game like maybe he did 10, 15 years ago, that person gets pushed aside. That person doesn't matter. You can't tell me today that the franchise movement changed anything when you can't go into free agency and search by a position. When you can't have games simulate with both sides of the ball being played. When you can start a game and not have a team there to kick it off. This is Madden. This isn't an independent game. This isn't a downloaded game on a cell phone for free that we're talking about. This is a game that expected over $100 for this from you. And then they sat there and released it in this state. I can't wait for the patch notes next week that say they fixed an issue where a whole team didn't come out onto the field. If I worked at EA, I would be humiliated today. I would be actually embarrassed. And I would do everything I could in that moment to make it right to not a customer, but a fan of my product. But I had to sit here and watch Ty Stover, and I'm not going to put up the tweets. He went and literally mocks gamers again, just like last year. It's not even worth my time to go over what he said. Because clearly today, it just shows me the attitude at EA is jovial. It's a smile. It's a high five. It's a good job, guys. We did it again. They got DJ Khaled and another one. They're scanning him. They're titty scanning him in the game right now. Blasting it. Because they know they got another one off. They got another release out. They made you guys pay for this game early. And this is worse than the beta. All you guys that want to sit there in the comment section say, it's just the beta. It's not even released yet. You're right. You're finally right. The beta wasn't this bad. The beta had both teams on the field. The beta had right tackles. Tip of the cap, guys. You were right. This game is a joke. This game is an embarrassment to the NFL Players Association. It's an embarrassment to the NFL. It's an embarrassment to anyone in this community that is dependent on this game to create content for the next year, knowing that with a game this poor, none of you are going to want to play it more than a week, much less 52 of them. You can't expect EA to build a better game. They're going to have to patch this game just to get it playable. I mean, Dan Campbell looks like a Keebler elf in this game. But you know what? To get back to my original point, when a game releases like this, when a company lets a game out this bad, there's one thing I know for sure. And you should know it too. I will be back in the week with more commentary.